Welcome to the Savvy Property Investors Podcast, a weekly show that delivers the best hard-hitting property industry news, business advice, and talks that will get you ascending in the real estate industry. Now, here's your host, the amazing award-winning property and business coach, best-selling author, and serial entrepreneur, Miss Sapphire Gray.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Savvy Property Investors Show. Hello there, savvy women and men. Welcome to the Savvy Property Investors Show. This show is for newbies or seasoned property investors, coaches, consultants, or even trainers that want to become savvy investors and build a legacy for yourself and your loved ones. My name is Sapphire Gray and I'm your host for today. And every 2 weeks, I bring you different episodes talking about investment property or various business topics. For this season, season 5, we're clearly talking about finances and really getting your own personal finances straight so that if you really want to invest in property, you know you're starting on the right foot. For the first week, we was talking about a mini episode that I'm running. The first episode was best credit check services and compare them and how you can go about and getting your credit checked to make sure that you're ready for any property that you want to buy or invest in, or just simply clearing up your credit so that you know that you've got a good standing with your finances as well. So today's topic, we're looking at household personal income. This is what I'm going to be talking with you today about. And the reason why I'm on this topic, because many of you, and myself included in the past, have not looked at what is actually coming in and what's going out. And because we're living in lean times at the moment, it's always good to really reevaluate your income streams that are coming in so that you know you can cover not only your essential bills, but other bills, for instance, other little luxuries, maybe a holiday or things like that. And it addresses the things that you're over spending on and whether we can reduce those spending. So I'm going to go through this with you today. And for those that don't know me, I am, if you don't know me, sorry, I'm an award-winning property investor and business coach who specializes for women. I do work with men as well, so don't feel deterred. I have 30 years experience in this area, both in business building, finance, and other growth areas as well. If you would like to visit my personal website, that's sapphiregray.com, then you could get more insights about who I am. So if you're looking at your finances, this is the best way to utilize your personal and business finances as well. There's different ways of looking at your finances, and today we're going to be looking at your household personal income. So let's get started. So over the next 4 weeks, despite we're taking a break for the season holidays, we're going to be looking at, we've looked at already the best credit check services compared. Today, we're going to be looking at household personal income. And in the new year, we're going to be looking at annual percentage, that's your APRs, and how it works. How to write to your creditors if you're in debt and need to get some assistance. And also the 101 money saving tips will be coming up. With each episode, I will be providing you with a free PDF that covers each episode. So make sure that you save your dates log into YouTube or any of our social media, and you will be able to receive your free PDF so you can work through the workbook to making sure that you're doing the right things for your personal credit. So here we go. So what is personal budget? So the Savvy Property Investors Show is today, again, looking at your household personal income. And I feel these tips will really help you on your way to better understanding and how to review your household income. So your personal budget is about what you set aside to cover all your personal household income. I normally do a spreadsheet on Excel to do this. So you can get an Excel spreadsheet, and which I would show you in your PDF free workbook, how to do your personal budget so that you're knowing what is coming in and what you're laying out. So let's cover income. So let's go back. So when you're looking at your personal budget, you also have to look at your income and expenditures for your household. When you added up all the figures, you will see if you have enough money left over to pay your debts. It will also help you to see how much money you will have to make within your business or employment to cover these expenses. You can also show this budget sheet to other people that may owe you money as well, and or you owe money too. For instance, credit cards, personal loans, car payments, to help you come to an arrangement to pay back what you're owing. Remember, if it's not a priority debt, and I will go into that a bit later on, they legally have to accept a nominal amount. This can be as little as £1 with the interest frozen. If you need assistance with this, please feel free to reach out and contact me on info@savvywomen.co.uk, and I can help you put all your personal incomes into a money stretcher and see what figures we come up with, and I can help you do this. So in this budget sheet, you have to add your name if you're going to send it off to your creditors, your address where you are, because they would then reference that to the bills that you are owing. Number of people in your household. Now, the reason why they ask this, if you've got young people or more than one adult living in the household, then your income for that household is taken into consideration. So always make sure you put down the number of people, whether it be adults or young people, so that they know your income ratio is against how many adults or children you have living in your household. So what about your income? So when you're looking at your income, you're looking at this whether you're paid on a weekly, you could be working for an agency, so you get paid weekly, or monthly if you're salaried and employed. So we have to look at what your salary and wages are for yourself and or your partner. You can also, your income will consider benefits, any benefits that you get from the government, money from other people that's owing, or any other income. So this could be business income, a side hustle you may have going on. Then you've got to total up all of these income streams that you have coming in. So that again, it could be your what money you have coming in. That could be rent. It could be anything along those lines, wages, salary, invoices for your business, anything along those lines. Make sure you collect all of that information and put it down on your sheet. So when you're looking at outgoings, this simply means, and I put them into sections, so you can look at outgoings as housing outgoings. This could be your rent mortgage or second mortgage secured loan, ground rent, service charges, council tax, gas, electricity, water, or any other household fuel. So that would what I class under the house outgoings. Then you've got your household services. This would include buildings, content insurance, life insurance, endowments, satellite cable, repairs and maintenance, house appliances rentals, fines, CCJs, decrees, telephone, mobile or internet, TV license, childcare, after school club, life insurance, pensions. So when you're looking at all of your income, make sure you've got all of these totals. If you're paying any of these, make sure you put what you're paying out next to them. And this is important because you're going to be adding this up in the back end of this whole calculation. The next one is transportation. So this could be the vehicle service, MOT, road tax, motor insurance, petrol, anything associated with your transport, your trains, if you have to get trains or taxi to work, buses to work, bus passes, train passes. Put all of those associated costs down. If you've got breakdown cover, put those down. And also you're looking at everything associated with your car or transportation to and from, whether it's local to work or whatever you're doing, you need to include those as well. The next one is food and housekeeping. So when you're looking at food and housekeeping, you have to look at food, toiletries, cleaning products, school meals at work, pet foods, pet insurance, and if you're a smoker, tobacco. Remember, some of these they would not consider as essentials for your home. So when you're looking at things like tobacco, they may consider this a luxury item. Then we move into the miscellaneous goods and services. This miscellaneous could be, this is where the luxury service comes in, so to speak. It's your kids' school trips and activities, dentists, opticians, prescriptions, healthcare. That is not a luxury, that is a necessity if you're ill. Hairdressing, barber, union, professional fees, educational fees, laundry, dry cleaning, personal and leisure, clothing, footwear, newspapers, magazines, sports, hobbies and entertainments, children's pocket money, any church or charity donations and holidays. These are all miscellaneous goods and services, and you'd have to go through this meticulously to find out where you can cut and make savings on this, because some of these items are classed as luxuries, things that basically you don't need to do. So other costs that may be associated with as well is sundries and emergencies and other costs. Now these emergency costs could be loans that you have from families, that you've borrowed money from your family, so you've got loans to pay back. Emergency costs could be hospital fees, or you have to fly out in an emergency. All these things you have to consider as well. So once you've done all of those calculations, you then have to add it up. So you say, what is your total? So add up everything that we've just discussed. So what is your total income? That's what's coming into your house as money. What is your total outgoings? What is all these costs that we've just worked out here? Then you take this, and this leaves available income for your creditors. So you subtract what you've got coming in to what you've got going out, and whatever that is, even if it's a minus, still put it in. But if it's a plus, this, and you put that figure in on the money left for your creditors. So I hope that's made sense to you so far. Calculate everything that you've got coming in and everything that you've got going out. Whatever is left remaining in that pot, whether it be a plus or a minus, put it down. Because if it's a plus, that goes towards the rest of your creditors. And after the break, I'll be discussing that. And if it's a minus, you definitely are in problems. And we then would have to address speaking to your creditors about your income and what money you do not have left in the pot to pay. So join me after the break, where I'll be discussing more insights with your income expenditure, household personal income. Let me join you after the break, where we will discuss further about this.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button below. Our podcast is only made possible by great listeners like you.
So welcome back. And now we're going to look at what is classed as a priority debt. Now, priority debts are classed as your rent mortgages, second mortgages, council tax, gas, electricity, fines, maintenance arrears as well. These are all your priority debts. So when you're looking at, if you're in debt with your rent or mortgage and you're in arrears, you will put in column 1, money owed. If you're not in debt with them, then you don't need to put this. So you would say, if you're in debt, these are your debts. So you put in column 1, money owed. For your rent, money owed for your mortgage or second mortgage. If you're in arrears with your council tax, money owed. Gas, electricity, fines, maintenance, and other. Put these all in money owed. In your second column, payments negotiated to pay off your debt weekly or monthly. And this is where I share with you handy tips on writing to your creditors if you cannot afford your bills and how you can get those reduced. So when you're writing a letter, you're initially asking for it to be reduced to £1 per month with no interest added. And with your rent and your mortgage, this may be more difficult, and council tax, this may be more difficult. But I'm happy to have a discussion with you and how we can go and negotiate these areas as well. So you have to look at what you're spending. So when you're looking at, as I was saying before, as you can see in column 1, it's like rent arrears, money owed, and then payments negotiated to pay off debt. Always speak to your lenders. Don't be an ostrich. Don't bury your head in the sand and assume that all your debts are going to be frittered away. And don't also bury your head in the sand because you've unlimited funds and feel you can't make an improvement on where you currently are financially. You always can. So you need to then add up. You need to add up what is going out. So what are you spending? So the total payments to your priority creditors are, so you put that figure in, whether it's per month or week. When you have made those payments to your priority creditors, how much do you have for your non-priority creditors? So I repeat that. You've paid your priority creditors, you know you've got that money to pay them. So when we've done the calculations at the front end, if you're covering your bills and you've got thousands of pounds left, then you're going to be jumping to your non-priority debts. Because at the end of the day, if you've got credit cards outstanding, even though you're covering the basics each month, these are still non-priority debts. However, we're going to clear them off because this will then help your credit. And I spoke about this last week, but the week before, but this will help you with your credit report. When you pay off your credit cards in full each month, it boosts your credit rating. If you keep it at the minimum, you're going to be continuously paying these credit cards for the time and day. So always make sure that when you have, if you've got enough sufficient funds to cover all your household bills and you're not in arrears with any of the priority debts, which is brilliant, well done, then that's fine. If you are in debt, however, don't feel that you need to give up. We are here to help you, and we can help you get through all of these debts and manage them and get yourself out of debt in a very short, succinct time as well. We've worked with many, many clients that have been in so much debt in the past, and we've helped them to clean up their credit report, clean up all their debt, and they're debt free now and being able to get credit, good credit, and know how to manage money better. We're not born with knowing how to manage money, so never beat up yourself about how you manage your money. Money comes and goes, and you can appreciate that. But I'm going to show you ways in which you can make savings, ways in which you can negotiate your debts, and ways in which you can really move yourself back to a financial situation that is bearable for you and your family. So, what is non-priority debts? So, non-priority debts, sorry, I've just gone one slide too many. So non-priority debts are your car loans, credit cards. Average people have about 3 credit cards, payday loans. It could be also a store cards or anything like that that you've got that is not a priority. You have to then look at all of these debts, non-priority debts, and see where you sit. So when you're looking at that, you have to look at money owed and offer weekly. So if you've got £1,000 outstanding on your car loan, and you've got reserves, some reserved money, you're paying these, but you're struggling. You need to calculate so it's works out better for you. And I've always said, go with the highest APR rate and clear that first, and then work. So put it in order of the highest APR rate. And then once you've done that, you'll be able to really get a sense of what you're paying out, what's coming in, what you're paying out, and what you truly can afford. And again, having a car, to some is not a luxury. To creditors, they are seen as a luxury. So again, we can help you sorting out the best way of looking at clearing down all of your credit cards as well. So just to let you know, we are taking a break, and we'll be back on the 3rd of January 2023. Our comeback episode is about the APR, what I just talked about just now, and that's our episode 3 in this short mini episode series that I'm doing for you. Also, we're going to be bringing in our season 5, in our part 2, when we're back from our break, we're going to be also bringing some financiers on board to talk about different aspects of finance and how you can really get yourself sorted out. So I look forward to sharing those interviews with you when we're back in the new year. So in conclusion, I hope you've enjoyed this session about pulling your personal income together. And it's such an important time to do that right now, because at the end of the day, we're going into the holidays. People excessively spend over this period of time. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to think about what you're spending and why you're spending that amount of money. Also, I want you to think about how you can save back some money over this coming month, December. And then when you go into January, you're not going into January in any debt. Excuse me. But take the time now to look at your personal income that's coming into your house, and income and the expenditures that are going out. If you want to reach out and have a discovery call with myself so that you can understand what your income, your household income is, and exactly where I can help you make these savings, please feel free to book a discovery call with myself, and I will help you really get a better understanding and a better grip on your household expenditure. You can also email me at info@savvywomen.co.uk, or join us on our social medias. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at 50 Savvy Women. Again, we'll be back in the new year. I look forward to seeing you on the 3rd of January, where I will bring you a new episode in this mini series that we're doing. I've had a pleasure of speaking to you today about your personal household income. So thank you very much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, rate, review, download, and share. Thank you once again for being here for us.
This week's episode of the Savvy Property Investors Podcast was brought to you by our sponsor, the Savvy Women Group. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's show, head over to our website, www.savvywomen.co.uk, to gain access to our free resources and more insights about our guest speaker today. Remember, we make your business our business, so you can unlock your full potential and improve your quality of life.